Shalom, shalom, shalom. Brother Randy here. Wanted to do a quick update on wood stoves. And, when you're looking to heat your home, the various options that you have, definitely living in a rural environment of heating your home, you have wood stoves, you have propane, you have natural gas. But what's available out here for us is definitely wood and an abundant supply of trees that surround the property. And we're basically enclosed around trees in the open area. And, there's an unlimited amount of trees that we have, not even including the branches that are falling, and we can use that for the wood stoves. But when it comes to sizing up your wood stove to the structure that you have, you definitely want to take into consideration the amount of insulation that you have in the structure. Now, some of the newer structures that we have here, they are brand new, they're insulated, and so they're going to be able to hold the amount of heat necessary for the wood stoves that I've acquired. Now, before I came here, one of the things that I purchased, well, I purchased one, two, three, four wood stoves that I purchased off of Craigslist, and we shipped them here because the further south that you're going to get, the more in high demand and the less frequency you're going to find a wood stove as opposed to a suburban or urban environment where people really don't use wood stoves. They use AC and units. So wood stoves that cost about $2,500 to $3,000, I got for $450 and below. But the idea of if you have a wood stove that heats 2,500 square feet, and you have a structure that is 2,500 square feet and is well insulated, that will work. But I live in an old used double wide, and it's what we found by being here through an entire winter was it that it's not really well insulated in certain areas, and in other areas it is. So getting a larger wood stove to compensate for that lack of insulation definitely paid off. So, but there's other structures that we have that are well insulated, and they're newer, and and so they're going to be able to hold the heat. But what do you do if you have a structure that not necessarily is not large enough for a wood burning stove? And one of the things that we were able to tinker with here for the first full winter here, being here, is trying to use one of those smaller camper wood stoves, but you constantly have to load it, and it's not very efficient, even though it's small. And then another option that you can do is, because they don't make wood stoves necessarily, or they do, but it's very hard to find wood stoves that will heat an area that is about 300 or let's say less than 500 square feet. And so, what do you do in that situation as to where it's not efficient to take a wood stove that will heat an area of 1,000 or 2,000 square feet and put it in an area that is only 250 square feet per se. So another option that you can do is you can go to Lowe's or Home Depot, and they have those ceramic wood stoves that will heat small, medium, and large size rooms. That if you have a cabin or a structure that is well insulated, which these are, then they will heat that area very well. And so what you always want to do is first, check the insulation, make sure that you have good insulation, and then make sure that if you're going to go electric, that it's not going to bust your pocket. Probably it's going to cost about to keep a structure like that, a small or medium size a structure is going to take anywhere probably about $15 to $20 a month in electricity use, because the heaters that they have is very high efficiency heaters that they make today. So it's probably a better way to go to heat a small structure that is well insulated and heat it like that. and you can keep it at about 65, 68 degrees in there, and it's a nice and cozy condition to heat that structure. So another option also is to fabricate a small, tiny wood stove. Now, I'm not a welder. I haven't. There's so much to learn, but I haven't learned that aspect of working with my hands yet. If you see me, I'm more so focused on raising crops and raising animals and that food production, and getting that skill set under my belt first before I move on to other skill sets. But the idea of understanding, welding is a good option, because then you can build a smaller size wood stove that will complement and fit a particular structure that may not necessarily require a large wood stove. And you don't want a large wood stove in a small environment because the overheating factor, and having something fired up that heats 1,000 square feet, and in a small environment like that, it can be very much uncomfortable, and it defeats the purpose because you're overheating at that point in time. So just to answer your questions out there in terms of sizing your wood stove, making sure that you're taking into consideration insulation, size, and efficiency of the wood stove, and the capacity that it can heat, and going for more other options, more traditional options like propane or small electric heaters that will do the job of heating an area just as efficiently. So hopefully this was able to help you folks out there. All right, shalom.